We now know that new direct-to-mobile standards are being finalized by the government. Now, direct-to-mobile essentially is streaming of content without internet. How does one do it? Kartik, what's actually happening? What is direct-to-mobile streaming and how does it really work?
Oh, pretty cool actually, Shweta. You know, I'll give you a one-word answer to that. Two words actually, Doordarshan and radio. I mean, how did we stream video content without subscribing to DTH connections, without having broadband internet? We had something called an antenna which we would fix on top of our roofs, and we would get direct Doordarshan telecast straight onto our television devices at home. Similarly, radio, we don't really need internet to subscribe to the radio. We don't need Wi-Fi to listen to radio. At the end of the day, this is spectrum allocation which is allocated specifically to a certain band, a certain range, and video signals like audio signals are transmitted pretty much using these airwaves. Now, with D2M, what really happens is your mobile phone need not have an internet connection for you to be able to stream content. Rather, a device is going to get attached to your phone, which is going to be a receiver pretty much like the antenna of the yesteryears. You're just not putting it on top of your car, or you're not putting it on top of your roof to get radio or Doordarshan. You're pretty much attaching it to your mobile phone, and that becomes your way to receive certain signal to transmit video straight onto your mobile device. Now, the catch here is telecom operators are not going to be happy about it, and hence we haven't thus far seen an aggressive move by any telco or any company thus far to invest in this D2M technology or D2M technology, which is direct to mobile. So, the largest revenue driver for telecom companies today is data, and maximum data gets burnt by way of watching videos. Now, if there is a technology out there which does not need you to have an active internet connection, why do you need these unlimited data packs? Why do you need that high-speed internet connection, broadband connection? And which means if D2M comes into our living beings, into our daily routines as we live and speak, we will reduce, perhaps hypothetically, our broadband consumption, our data consumption, and that is going to be bad news for telcos.
Absolutely.
So telcos are definitely not likely to be happy with D2M as a technology coming in. But in the larger interest of the population of the country, especially those living in far-flung areas, it becomes a pretty much free of cost tool for any streaming operation out there to use this technology and push their content to more and more people, and hence rake in more advertising dollars as they come in.
And as we know, Department of Telecommunications has already conducted a successful pilot. Is there a possibility that the service could be rolled out soon? I mean, since the final standards are in the stage of finalization.
So I think there are multiple players here. So I mean, a short answer, I don't expect it to roll out very soon. But a longer answer to that would be there is a Department of Telecommunication, there is the INB Ministry, and then there is the telecom regulator, and there are telecom operators and technology providers, plus the entire plethora of streaming platforms out there, not just OTT, but even regular broadcasters. So anybody who's in the business of either production or distribution of content, anybody who's in the business of regulating the airwaves, and anybody who's in the business right now of anything to do with the internet, pretty much become stakeholders in any new technology getting introduced. So unilaterally, even if the government wants to go ahead, it needs the buy-in of multiple ministries and departments and regulators within the ecosystem to go ahead and implement this. But can the government afford to sort of, you know, have a push back on telecommunication companies and internet companies out there, you know, to force its way through a new technology like this? I think a lot of it depends on negotiations.
Absolutely. Negotiations with telecommunication companies, of course, will have to go through for direct-to-mobile standards to finally be rolled out. Remember, standards are in their final stage, but will the technology come through? We don't know. We'll keep tracking all those details here on Newsline.